get to that shoulder squish, and I talk about shoulder intelligence and keeping softness between the shoulders. I often say you want to keep the meat here just a little bit loose. So it's like I'm squishing my meat together, but not so tense that I'm trying to contract my shoulder blades together. Certainly I'm not trying to hold a ball between my elbows or to hold something between my shoulder blades. It's very soft. I'm just trying to massage that muscle there. So lots of different ways that we can help improve this intelligence. One of the first is to take a staff or a dowling, basic wooden stick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place this right in the crack of the butt, right up on the spine, as centered as I can, like this. And I'm going to see what it is to have that stick directly on my spine. So now if I come up, I will feel the vertebrae pushing directly into that stick. And that's a very simple way to really emphasize how I don't want to move. If I go back down, I can use my hands if it's too painful, and I try to balance on that stick like I'm laying down on a tightrope. That's a very good way. Again, teach us. Sometimes we think, oh my God, I have no idea how to go to one side of the spine. But we're all going a little bit to one side. Nobody's really ever fully centered on the spine. So if I try to be fully centered, I at minimum become appreciative of what I was already doing correctly, rather than only focusing on what I was doing incorrectly. Now if I think of just flopping off to one side. Now in this case, the stick is more to the left side. It's also more on the left butt cheek, just a few centimeters, an inch to the left of my spine. Now if I roll up, there's no pain on my spine. In fact, my spine is occupying this void right here. And so this is a really instructive exercise to teach us how to soften the back and how to greet with the meat of the back rather than with the spine. And certainly I could switch sides, placing that just again to one cheek, a little bit to the side of my spine. And as I go down, going down on the right side. In this case, it's going right between my spine and my shoulder blade. So I really feel it relaxing me. And even if I was to sit up directly, it's going to be less painful than the spine. But I certainly want to sit up, taking the weight off in that small circular motion. And again, if I needed assistance, I could place the tricep down, help myself up, or I could place the forearm down and help myself up. But I would ideally like to try to learn to use the abdominal muscles correctly to lift myself up. So super, super simple, very instructive. Sometimes you'll have the motion and then you'll pull a muscle in your back, or you'll take some impact or crack a rib or have even a tense glute or a torn hamstring, and it'll change things. And although you were doing it correctly, you might have been doing the motion primarily from the abdominal muscles or primarily from the back. And now you have to learn to loosen your hip or to play with your feet a little bit. So there's great value in coming back to this exercise anytime you're encountering difficulty. Every time I teach it to students, I gain new awareness, and I find different students unlock different capacities differently. They just have new ping moments and new awarenesses. So a simple stick, really, really easy. Even if you're an expert at rolling, it will give you new awareness on how you can make it more efficient and refine that motion to its maximum.